Grand Admiral Demetrius Zaarin was one of the original 12 Grand Admirals appointed to the rank by Emperor Palpatine in 2 BBY. However, unlike some of the other Grand Admirals, he was not appointed to the rank because of his military skills. However, it was due to his research and development achievements on special projects. However, Zaarin did not agree with Palpatine and his modes of operation, and did not think that Palpatine was fit to rule the galaxy as Emperor. Zaarin had planned to take the Empire for himself. However, Grand Admiral Martio Bach was developing cloakable TIE Phantoms that would soon give Palpatine a technological advantage over Zaarin's own personal designs, and Bach's operations forced Zaarin to accelerate his plans to occur shortly before the Battle of Endor. In his plans, Zaarin found an ally in Arden Lyn, who was an Emperor's hand who sought to resurrect her long-dead lover, the Dark Jedi Zendor. Palpatine had promised her that he would try to help bring him back to life, but she soon realized that the Emperor had no such intent, and following the Battle of Yavin, Zaarin recruited her to his cause, and she began training students that she could one day turn against Palpatine. She also acted as Zaarin's agent within the Imperial Center. Around 3.5 ABY, Darth Vader had located the remnants of Admiral Harkov's fleet, which had been trying to defect to the Rebel Alliance, and once there, he ordered interdictor cruiser Harpax to activate its gravity well projectors to keep Harkov's fleet from escaping. A battle then ensued between Vader's fleet and the joint Rebel Harkov fleet, and Vader requested Zaarin's support. As Vader started to get the upper hand, Grand Admiral Zaarin's fleet arrived, and upon emerging from hyperspace, it immediately attacked Vader's forces. Zaarin's insurrection had officially begun as his fighters and assassin-class corvettes began firing on the Imperial Star Destroyer Garrett. Imperial forces loyal to Vader did not hesitate, and TIE Avengers armed with their torpedo launchers unloaded their payloads on Zaarin's corvettes. Avengers Theta immediately engaged rogue assault gunboats escorting Zaarin's assassin-class corvettes. Imperial fighters then succeeded in destroying corvettes Arditi, only to be replaced by corvettes of Falcon Group, and assault transports Upsilon and later corvettes Bakar. A maelstrom then ensued around Imperial Star Destroyer Garrett as loyal Imperial starfighters frantically confronted the impeding rogue Imperial assault force. Remaining Rebel B-Wings then still loitered in the system, and unnoticed by the distraction of Imperial forces, having already sustained heavy damage, the B-Wing succeeded in dealing a fatal blow towards the Imperial interdictor Harpax. Despite the destruction of the interdictor, Imperial starfighters still succeeded in eliminating all enemy forces in the system, being Rebel and Zaarin's attack force. After the discovery of Admiral Zaarin's plot against the Empire, Vader assembled a flight group for a journey to Coruscant to inform the Emperor. Having worked closely with the Grand Admiral and currently serving aboard the Garrett, Vader selected Marek Steele to lead his mission to Coruscant. Vader departed the Garrett with his assembled team aboard the newly assigned TIE Defender squadrons. In order to reach the Emperor, Vader arranged for Nebulon B-2 frigate Osprey to rendezvous with his TIE Defenders. TIE Defenders emerged from hyperspace into a trap laid by Zaarin's rogue forces. Interdictor Harpago had positioned itself in the system to thwart the departure of Vader with its gravity well projectors. Rogue assault gunboats immediately attacked the loyal TIE pilots, even though heavily outclassed. Steele and Vader mowed down Zaarin's starfighters with astounding zealousness. Despite the combined talent of Imperial ace pilots and the Dark Lord himself, rogue Imperials had deployed numerous starfighters, further delaying the assault on the Harpago. Frigate Osprey then arrived during the fighting, and the Harpago answered by deploying TIE bombers to assault it. Fierce starfighter combat ensued, and TIE Defenders soon turned on Interdictor Harpago with a payload of proton torpedoes. Harpago fought desperately against the loyal Imperial forces, including exchanging turbo laser fire with the Osprey. However, it soon fell. With the silence of the Harpago, TIE Defenders boarded frigate Osprey. Imperials received a payload upgrade to concussion missiles for the upcoming sortie as frigate Osprey departed for Coruscant to deliver news to the Emperor. Aboard the Osprey, Lord Vader arrived near Coruscant to discover Grand Admiral forces had abducted Palpatine from his Imperial-class Star Destroyer Majestic. Vader then dispatched Marek Steele to the battlefield, sending him to search for the craft taking the Emperor to Zaarin's Imperial Star Destroyer Glory. Once located, assassin-class corvette Miscue would arrive to rescue Emperor Palpatine, while Darth Vader, Marek Steele, and other pilots held off the defecting Imperials. Lord Vader, TIE fighters, and TIE defenders then emerged from hyperspace directly behind the Majestic, with Marek Steele commanding the rest of the flight group. Escort 2 shuttles emerged from the Majestic's hangar moments after Darth Vader's arrival. Steele ordered his wingman to attack following his inspection, not revealing the Emperor on board. Steele then flew past shuttles, locating the Emperor aboard Haven 3. TIE defenders destroyed the traitorous escort shuttles, and with the same shuttles out of the way, the Imperial forces then split up to disable Haven 3 and attack Imperial Star Destroyer Glory. Steele blasted Haven 3 with an ion cannon until it froze dead in space. With Haven 3 disabled, Corvette Mescu arrived for docking and liberated the Emperor from Zaarin's forces. While Mescu docked with Haven 3, Star Destroyer Majestic limped into hyperspace, evading Zaarin's forces. Steele proceeded to attack the newly arrived TIE Avengers from the Glory. As loyal TIE defenders quarreled with mutinous Avengers, Admiral Thrawn aboard Imperial-class Star Destroyer Vanguard emerged from hyperspace. The Vanguard launched TIE bombers to assault the Glory, and Imperial starfighters pursued Zaarin's fighters with determination, eliminating opposing fighters before assaulting the Glory en masse. With enemy starfighters out of the way, Imperial pilots hammered their way at Imperial Star Destroyer Glory, only to face disappointment. With heavy damage, the then Glory fled to hyperspace, and Zaarin's forces lived to continue their insurrection, failing at taking out the Emperor. And that is the start of Zaarin's insurrection. If you like the start of this series, be sure to look out for the next 5 episodes, and thank you for watching.